We all like praise one way or another. We all like, will I say, most of the time we demand praises from people unknowingly to us, even from our children. Okay, I gave you a candy, and I'm saying, what do you say? Of course, we are training this child to know how to thank people or say nice things to people. Yes, but indirectly we are demanding some forms of a thank you.
Okay.
All right. That way, I believe it's already a part of us from childhood. Stuff our parents instill in us, imbibe in us, in our behavior as we grow up. So, humanly speaking, I think it's something that we already know. It's a kind of feel-good message from the other person. When you do something good, naturally you expect a thank you. That's natural for every human. And there's this Yoruba adage that says, he who does not give thanks or say a thank you is more or less like a robber. So apart from the thank you aspect, we look at a compliment as a way of communicating, like a positive emotional communication between two people.
Okay.
Sometimes when my wife is dressed, she's saying, look at me, do you think this powder is okay? Do you think I'm looking okay? She's demanding compliment. Even many times when I really don't have that in mind at that particular time, I quickly adjust to it. I say, yes, you're looking very good. And I think it's something we need to also learn to give to people, because many a times you don't know what good you are doing to someone by complimenting them at a particular time. Apart from using it in therapy, my line of work, I think compliment goes a long way, encouraging people to adopt some kind of positive behavior. Especially in therapy, when you are saying, oh, okay, you are doing well, you are doing very good. I mean, you can do better than that. This goes a long way, encouraging people to really, really want to do this. Of course, participating in therapy is something nowadays people now that we are feeling good about it. I mean, when you talk about the past, people outright avoid occupational therapy, especially. They'll be like, no, I don't want to participate, especially in mental health. But today, I think people are beginning to see more of the usefulness of people. But in the area of people that are not in therapy, I'm talking about maybe people in relationship, siblings, friends. I think since now that we know that people demand compliment, it is a duty for us to always give it, even without any demand from whoever is around us. So when you see someone that is looking good, deep down inside of you, you know that this person is looking good. Go ahead, just say you are looking good. I appreciate your name, and you may be saving that person's day. In fact, you will be making that person's day. Not saving, now making this person unknowingly to you. Just a very simple compliment of, oh, you look great. I mean, I saw videos online, people creating content. A guy just going about on the street and, using some poetry in a way to compliment people, recording of videos. And I learned a lot from that video. The very first time I saw it, I said, well, maybe I can replicate this sometimes, especially in the hospital, when I see people around. A lot of people are going through many things. And just what your compliment, the particular day or particular time of the day, can lift a very heavy burden over the shoulder of anyone. So
that's true.
So that's my honorable, or shall I say, simple analogy about compliment.
Thank you very much. Thank wonderful insights into the role of compliments. So obviously, I'm going to compliment you as well. That was a very nice job you've done.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we have Noshito here. Can you hear me well?
I'm very sorry I'm joining late. The network is just so bad. I'm very, very sorry.
No, it's okay. It's understandable.
Yeah. Summarized everything I have to say. That was just so beautiful. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your contribution. So, without wasting much of our time, will agree with me that compliments is just an expression of commendation and admiration. Is what you
Okay.
tell people to make them feel good, to make them feel better, and then even in some you can get a compliment after. But then it does not require so much. It is something so simple, but it goes a long way. Fine, there is no clear contribution between how our self-esteem affects our mental health. But there is a clear link between how we feel about ourselves and our overall mental health and emotional well-being. You agree with me? In this country, every one of us, we are going through a lot. We have issue we are dealing with, and a simple compliment can go a long way. You, as you have said, you might be saving someone's day, directly or indirectly. So it takes little ability for us to just be intentional about it. It does not require so much. It just takes being intentional about it. Like, okay, fine. You see someone, you compliment them, you look good, your dress is nice, you are beautiful. Oh, I love the way you handled that particular situation. It goes a long way. But we do not even pay attention to it because we feel it's not something big. And then we cannot even give what we don't have. If you feel, if you are not confident in who you are, you cannot boost someone else's mental health. So it takes effort to recognize the good in ourselves, for us to recognize good in people. If you are not confident in your own self-esteem, how will you boost someone else's self-esteem? So it goes a long way. It starts with us. Like, okay, fine, I am good, I am beautiful, I am unique. You appreciate someone else. Take time to notice the uniqueness in them, the intrinsic factor that makes them beautiful, that makes them unique, that makes them important in the society, the value they've added to you. Compliment it, make them feel better. As a nurse, I understand the advantage of compliments. I understand the effect of building rapport with patients and the like, because trust me, these people are going through a lot. If they are fine, they won't be in the hospital. So it affects their mental health. Moving close to them, telling them they are good enough. No, you are fine. Nothing is wrong with you. It contributes to their recovery. And then we don't even have, trust me, many people are sick. They are mentally sick. They are not in the hospital. They are going around their day. They are going around their normal activities. But they need compliments. They need to hear how good they are. They need someone to reassure them. They need
Yeah.
someone to tell them you are good enough, you are doing something, you are okay, you can do this, you have this. So it doesn't require much from us. It's just being nice and being kind. Identify what you can appreciate in someone. Be intentional about it. Be intentional about it. It depends on how you can boost others. Thank you. If you are not okay with yourself, if you feel you are not okay enough, you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot spread positivity if you are bitter with yourself. And it's a win-win game. You compliment someone, you boost their self-esteem. Indirectly, you are identifying something in you as well.
Hmm.
Indirectly, you are being positive also. Recently, I came across the video of a particular lady. When she was in school, her friends told her that she's not beautiful, she's she's this, she's that.
Yes.
So it affected her mindset. She registered that in her mind. So whenever people compliment her, whenever they tell her you are beautiful, she's she feels like, no, this is not me. You are pretending. You are deceiving me, because she already registered it in her mind that she's not good enough. And I'm very sure those friends might have even forgotten that they mentioned something of such. But she
Very.
lived with it for years. So we should be careful with our words. Even the Bible established it that Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Trust me. Apologies to our Muslim friends. The book of Proverbs chapter 12 verse 25 emphasizes it as well that anxiety in a man down, but kind words gladdens the heart.
Yeah.
Speak positivity to someone. It encourages them. It motivates them. Okay, fine. Your colleague at work, there's nothing special, Take your time to appreciate them, compliment them. Oh, you look good this morning. I love the way you handled that. You look so beautiful. And then, without you knowing, you have already made that particular person's day. The day is even set already because the person feels good, feels happy. And trust me, when we are happy, when we feel good, there are some feel good chemicals like serotonin, endorphins that we release. And then these particular chemicals, they make us feel good. They reduce anxiety, they reduce stress, they make us feel better. So directly or indirectly, you are contributing to someone's mental health. You are contributing to their self-esteem. You are boosting their self-esteem. Little children, if you agree with me, these little children, kids, that their parents compliment them. If you see kids that do well in school, from home, they compliment them. And they do well. They do well than their counterparts because they already have their mindset that they are good, they are enough.
Yeah.
They have all it takes. They are okay. And they do well than their counterparts because they already have that mindset that they are good, they are enough, they are brilliant. So it is always good to compliment people. It is always good to identify something that is good in someone. Fine, we are not perfect. We are not all perfect, but there is exactly one thing that is good in someone. It just takes us being intentional about it. It takes our effort to recognize it, to identify that this is this particular thing that is pleasant in this particular person, and it does not require so much. We just have to be intentional about it. When you genuinely compliment someone, they feel good. They feel better. Like they
Right.
are happy because they are hearing it from you. It motivates them. And then it strengthens relationship. It strengthens relationship a lot because they feel so secure because they know you are going to compliment them genuinely. You are going to tell them what is right about them. Fine, we all have our flaws, but we are not focusing on that. You are bringing out the good in them. You are appreciating that particular thing, that particular attribute in them that makes them feel good, that makes them important, that you appreciate. And it goes a long way. It goes a long way, but we don't pay attention to these things because we think it is nothing. It's not just a compliment. What's
Right.
there? You don't even pay attention to it. But it goes a long way. And this is me telling you this evening that you should spread positivity. You should appreciate your colleague at work, your friends, appreciate them, make them feel good, compliment them. It goes a long way. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nurse Shitu. I should also give you the first compliment. That was a wonderful presentation. Right.
Thank you.
From the discussion from Therapist Femi, the first thing I think I got from him is the fact that the demand for compliments is very, very human. But I mean, it's something that is central to all of us. It's something that everybody wants and everybody desires, right? So in as much as you want to be complimented for the good things that you've done or the good things about you, that the same way that you should just try to do the same thing unto others as well, right? And then I also think that the most central thing that I got from Nurse Shitu is just about people being intentional about this thing. This is something you have to consciously think about it and then consciously practice rather that you do with people in terms of compliment. Yes, just so we can make a difference in life. I mean, like in my mind, I just think that compliments is a form of positive reinforcement, right? Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
So I think my question to both of you finally since both of you actually work in a hospital environment, is that so maybe as a nurse and as a therapist, right? Can you tell us how you feel when your clients compliment you, when they say that you've done a good job, when they say you're a good nurse or you're a good therapist? How does that make you feel? Does it make you in any way do better in terms of the way you work?
Yes, of course, it does. I could remember a particular day. Okay, I was just resuming duty that particular morning, and I was just going about my normal daily activity, daily routine, greet the patients, ask about their well-being. And there's this particular lady that said, "No, shit, you look so beautiful this morning." I was like, "Really?" That particular moment, I felt like she noticed me. Fine, I am bringing fear to them. I am making sure that they are fine. But she pays attention to me too.
Yeah.
She identified that particular, she was able to say something good about me. And she was
Mm.
like, "You look so beautiful this morning." And I was like, "Really? Thank you so much. You look great too." And for the rest of that particular day, even though I had a lot to do on the ward that particular morning, but trust me, I was able to achieve everything because I felt good. Fine, I am rendering care to them. But then she was able to identify that this particular person that is caring for me, he has a good aspect of her that I should compliment. And it
Right.
goes a long way. It was just a simple compliment, but it goes a long way that particular day.
Yeah. Mr. Femi.
Thank you. Uh, well, I'm not only looking at complementing my individual attributes,
Right.
but when we ask a patient for feedback
Mm.
based on the therapeutic relationship, we are indirectly asking for compliments.
Mm.
Okay, when I know that I've done something good for a patient, and I said, okay, or I say, how do you rate my work? Especially maybe online community where we ask for reviews. They are forms of compliment in a way. Of course, some may come in a negative way. You know, some people may want to say some negative things about what you have done, but it's
Yeah.
also a way to improve. Hearing the negative side of your work or maybe the feedback from patients actually gives you the room to improve on what you have done.
Mm.
And this is a way to work towards getting the positive compliment eventually. Unless maybe you stop trying. But if you keep trying, you'll get a positive compliment. And when you are asking for such compliment, I mean for such feedback, you are not only looking at the positive part alone, because if you look at that, you will be disappointed. So
Right.
there are days, even individual, there are days that I will feel, oh, I'm dressing so well, but someone somewhere will see something that is not so good about the dressing. This person is not saying it in a way that, oh, it makes you feel bad. Oh, don't you think if you trim your beard or maybe you do this way, don't you think it will look better? And when I look at myself, I say, oh, wow, that's great. Thank you for pointing that out. That is a compliment. But many times people don't see it as a compliment.
Right.
So they think it must always come like, oh, you look great, you're looking good. No. Sometimes they'll say, oh, the last time you saw me, I felt very terrible pain when I left the therapy session. And I think this time around you should take it slow with how you do this. And I don't think I'll be able to do up to 10 this time around. I'll just do like 5. Okay, great. You've just given me a feedback, which is a form of compliment. You are recognizing the fact that I'm doing something. But I need to, do it the other way, to help you feel good.
Yeah.
So it may come both ways. But if you have a fixed expectation that every now and again people will give you a positive compliment, it may not come that way, and then eventually it will turn around to be something you are angry about, and But you should always prepare. That's what we do in therapy. I don't always expect positivity in terms of compliment. But I know on the long run, I will learn and adjust certain things to, get a positive feedback on the long run. So that is my aspect to
All
that.
right. Thank you very much for the different perspectives that both of you have brought into this. Thank you for enlightening us on the role of compliments. I think my final word would be that to compliment people actually takes a sense of sacrifice from you. It takes a sense of you being less conscious about yourself, but trying to focus on the potential needs of others, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and so for us to be very good at complimenting people, then we also must be good at appreciating even the littlest things in people. The way people smile, the way people walk, the way they talk softly, or the way a person can be assertive, or the color choices of people's dresses, right?
Yes.
Great.
You're right.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much for this. It's been quite interesting. We didn't plan that it was going to be a two-man show, but in the end, that's all. Thank you so much for that. I think we're going to draw a lot of ideas from this going forward. Thank you, everyone. So I'm not sure whether anyone has a question. The only comment I got was from Mr. Sheyi trying to affirm that giving compliments is a form of social reinforcement, which is true. Thank you for that comment. So yeah. So let anyone have the final word, both of you. If you have a final parting word you want to give to people, that would be okay. And then we call it a day. Sorry, hold on to that. Hold on that, please. So someone says that what if a compliment that's meant to appreciate a person turns out to be otherwise?
Okay.
It's something in line with what I said.
So how do we undo that? Someone has tried to compliment in their own way, but then it doesn't sound like that in your mind. How do you go about that?
Okay, I made an example of a particular lady that felt like she was not good enough. So even when people appreciate her, even when people tell her she looks good, you are this, you are that, she felt like they are deceiving her because she already had a low self-esteem. So it's not about the people that is giving the compliments to them. It is about her personal esteem, her low self-esteem. She already registered it in her mind that she was not good enough. So whatsoever they were telling her was on the wrong side. She felt they are deceiving her. It's not aligned with what she has already registered in her mind. So I just feel we should be intentional about it. People that complimented her, they were genuine about it. They were just telling her basically what they felt about her. So because of her own low self-esteem, she felt like she was not good enough. So it's not about us. It is okay for us to contribute our own culture by being genuine, by being intentional in giving compliments. So it is left to the recipient to accept it or not.
Right. Thank you. Mr. Femi, any word on that?
Well, I like to not focus on one direction when I'm dealing with people. Because when you deal with people, you don't only expect positivity all the time. So if you have that mindset, you will not ever feel bad about any compliment, be it negative or positive, whichever way. So you have that expectation at all times that, okay, that not many people will give me what I want. Even if I demand for it, people will still not give exactly what I want. So it's a way, it's a kind of coping mechanism to my best knowledge of around coping mechanism. It is something you need to have as human because negativity will come your way at any point in time. It may not be just compliment, it could be any other thing. So once you have that mindset, you'll be able to cope with any situation, and it should not turn out to be a very bad thing. And be slow to anger, and that's another aspect to it. You know, sometimes people get angry easily when you say, "Oh, look at your clothes." You know, sometimes I think a long while ago, I didn't know that my clothes was having some kind of opening on the shoulder. So
Okay.
someone called me and said, don't you think you should stitch this up? You know? Then when I looked at it, I felt slightly embarrassed, but well, I felt it's something that is actually true. So it's only when this person is saying something that is untrue about you.
Right.
If someone is actually complimenting you about something that is untrue, then maybe that's when I think it's normal to feel bad. But when this maybe negative compliment is actually true, you are seeing that particular thing that this person is complaining or complimenting you about, trying to correct you about. Then go ahead and correct it and just think it as so okay, this person loves me, that's why he or she is calling me to order about this or complimenting me. So if it is negative and true, accept it and move on.
Thank you very much. So I think my other thoughts to that would be that, I mean, like I said, giving compliment is a form of sacrifice, a form of respect to the other person. So, I mean, if you think that you've given a positive compliment to someone, right, but it's not that the person takes it, say maybe the other way, right, the only way you can show respect to that person is also just to try to kind of just understand that that person maybe just wants something else, right, to be said to them, right, and that's just a way of showing respect. You can't say that just because you said it and you thought it was a compliment, then that means that person must take it as a form of compliment, right?
Yeah,
Compliment is giving and showing sacrifice to people. Thank you, Mr. Shea.
Hi guys.
A question to join, and so I just thought maybe you had a word to say. It's so nice to see your face.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Do you have a final word to share just so we can move on?
Yeah, I just want to quickly touch base with the question that the person asked about what if you compliment someone and the person react negatively. So
right.
Sometimes it might be a trauma response. For some people, they've been complimented as they've been mocked in terms of using complimentary words. Some people can use compliments to throw subtle comments at them and throw negative words at them. And you can imagine, I'll give you an example. If someone wore a tattered cloth or a cloth that is torn, and in the past they've always mocked the person in class and say, oh, you are the best dressed in class, you're the most, that is a compliment, but that is a negative. The outcome is for a negative stuff, and that thing might carry on. So when the person is probably 25-30 years old and if someone says the same stuff, that might trigger that trauma that the person has experienced in his childhood. So it might not just even be from the person's school experience. Some parents, they're bad parenting and they use negative words like that in terms of compliments. So compliment can be both-sided. I think the nurse already said it, that compliment can be both ways. It might be used to mock someone as well. So if someone has always been mocked with complimentary words and that has stayed with the person, that trauma is there. And in the person's future life, that same word, even some people might use that same term that was used in the person's primary school or the person's developmental stage, and that will just lead to that negative response you will get from the person. So I guess that's just what I just wanted to say.
Very great, very great. Thank you so much for sharing, Shea. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I'll get off now.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I'm tempted to move on and all of that, but this is 30 minutes with Tosin, and we have to finish in 30 minutes. Okay, and it's already 40 minutes, and so, of course, we'll have to go on. Just in case you have other things that you want to share with me, okay, for me to share further, just send them to me by WhatsApp. I'm talking to both of you now, so I can spare me and not shoot you. All right, I mean, it'll be okay for the people. But really, I appreciate both of you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Shea, as well, for being a part of it.
You're welcome.
Joined us. Thank you very much. The video will be on Instagram. The video will also be on YouTube. Okay, something we can share with people. All right. Bye for
All
now.
right. Thank you. Thank you very
Yes.
much for having me. And thank you, madam.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.